Today on Zielonka, work continues to prepare the fields for next year's crop, but before we can plant them, we need to buy the equipment. Will some contracting help raise the funds we need? Let's get farming. And welcome along and welcome back to Zielonka. We have just, as you've seen, finished off our morning sales of the tin soup. So we sold a whole load of potato and parsnip soup. That has brought us in about 56,000, I think. We were about 1,200 or 1,500 in the red. So that has cleared our problem there. That'll allow us to get our 2 tractors working today on clearing fields and getting them prepared. I do want to try and get the equipment we're going to need to plant our crops in the new year today before we head into a long stint of not really much to do on the farm. We're going to have we're going to give the factory some time to produce some cans and bits like that. Let's go park this up. But we need to get both of pieces of equipment doing, or both our tractors working on getting the last 2 fields prepared. We managed to subsoil field 52 by the end of yesterday. Pause this here and disconnect. Yeah, trying to disconnect the right piece of equipment. So we'll get the destoner onto that today, and then we will get the subsoiler working on field 51. We might not have to use courseplay on either of these. It's very, very possible. Although I've got an idea for courseplay with the destoner that I want to give a try. I'm also not expecting the destoner to end up full of this single field. I think it's going to just end up with a well, I think it's not quite going to be full off this. We didn't get full off field 53 yesterday, so I'd be surprised if we got full off this. And then in our shed over here should be our Massey ready to go with the subsoiler. Yeah, so that's all raring to go as well. We get these started up and then we can look at getting a contract. I've got my eye on a couple of contracts. There's a couple that I think will do us very well. We'll see how far we get through them. Looks like we're heading for a much brighter day than we started off, which is great because that means our fields are going to dry off nicely. Oh yeah, you can see the mud on here. Look at that, how deep that is. We will get a course going. And same as before, so generate me that. It's going to start down the bottom corner. So I'm going to head down there. And I can't remember whether I have the rain pane mod on here or not. We could really do with doing this today. It's not incredibly important. I mean, it's something that could wait till the new year if necessary. But this much wet is not great for us. A morning of wetness is going to make things so much more difficult. Let's send that going. And you know what? That's not doing too badly. That Massey seems to be able to handle that. But the question then is, can the farm do this field as well? We want to go around this field clockwise. I think we'll start with the headlands. So onto here. We will do 2 headlands first. I think we'll go smooth in the corners for now. Might be easier to handle with this piece of kit. We're going to go clockwise. And then field center, I want it to do racetrack because then it should always be turning the same way. Generate me a fieldwork course. That looks really interesting. I can't zoom in on it. But let's have a look here and actually get the whole thing out. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think that might end up getting it. We don't have a tool offset, so we will have to get this going from first waypoint and then get this to adjust as we go. Yeah, there's my tool offset. And wow, this tractor is struggling outside. That's really weird. I'm having to set the tool offset quite a way out in order to get it to go. And it's not handling it. Maybe, just maybe, we don't want to be doing courseplay on this. My hope was that by using courseplay, we might be able to keep the tractor itself out of the field on this initial row. I don't think it's gonna have it though. I think it's just being difficult. So let's try. Is that gonna work? No, I want you further off. So we're gonna add a tool offset way out here, I think, and try that. Yeah, that is looking much better. It's weird that its tool offset is so off. But we want to get it so that it's picking up, yeah, about there. And that is a bit strange. So with both of those running, we now want to see if we can pick up a contract for today. Originally, I was going to try and take on 2. But with the amount of time it's taken us to get up and running today, it being midday already, I think just a single contract will be the best way to go. And I'm going to go with this one. This is red beet to our soup factory. So the excess red beet will go into there. It's only 267 to get the equipment. And it's got the 2-row harvester on it. We're not going to use our own harvester because that would cost more to do than this contract is worth. So let's borrow these items. And there we go. Everything coming in. We will get the Zetor crystal onto the harvester and the tractor, the John Deere onto the trailer. Should be a fairly good run on this, I think. Things are drying out now as well. The mud already has begun to harden up on our fields. Hook this up, and yeah, we need to head out to field 63. So maybe we can get this going in a convoy. The field 63 is down the bottom end of the map here, and I think just the other side of one of the sell points. Is this a main road we're crossing? No. Oh, in fact, yeah, it's just the other side of the heating plant, so not too difficult for us to get to. I think there's a farmyard down here, or certainly something like those lines. Yes. That is a chicken pen. So this looks like it's a placed farmland, which is really cool. So Giants Maps are also integrating this now, where we have pre-placed farmyards that you can buy, and you buy all the land with it. Buy all the barns and everything with it. Really loving that. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's get course play running on this. So we want, I think, 4 headlands on this. Headlands first. Sharp in the corners. Clockwise, yeah, fits with this. Perfect. Let's get that generated. Looking like a great starting point where we are. First waypoint. And turn it onto the blue so we can see where it's going. And that will get that going, and we can just jump into here, take the hired worker off, and move in alongside the harvester, which is now waiting for us, ready to empty. I don't know how much this farm tech trailer takes, so that is going to be interesting on this contract. But we should get a decent amount of red beet off here, not only money-wise from the contract, but also to make a little bit of red beet soup and get some more money from liquefying these vegetables. It seems the harvester is having a little bit of trouble getting around these corners. I don't know if it was the right choice to go with sharp in the corners. It certainly seems to be struggling a little bit with it. So I'm just going to bring it round and set it on it. Yeah, that should work there. Get it round the corner a bit, and then we can jump back into the John Deere. We are 20% full, just under 20% full off that single row. So this is going to be a few loads off here. I'm just hoping it's not too fiddly, because if it's too fiddly, this is going to have a lot of problems, especially with a creek like this that we've got to go down. This map is wonderful. So many little odd bits and pieces that present troubles for you, but I am liking it. It is working well, and yeah, bigger trailer might have been nice. We might go and see how much more our own trailer holds and see if that handles this better. Because yeah, that is a bigger, well, I'm not sure it is a bigger trailer actually. It only holds 13,000, and yeah, that's about the same as this trailer's holding. So I've reworked the position of the harvester and everything, and also what's happening on the headlands. So we've got smooth turns on the headlands now with the harvester, because it was just not making it around there. I've also adjusted exactly where the harvester sits. You can see here it missed the first headland, so I'm gonna have to go back and get that later. But the trick here is trying to keep this tractor as close to this as possible and keep filling the trailer. It's not always easy, especially with that big dip there. I think that's a stream running off this field. And yeah, it does make for some interesting working. But it should mean that we are able to get the fourth headland done without too much trouble. We'll have to come back I think, and do the other headland. In fact, I might send it round doing that before we go into doing the rest of the field. If I'm too fast, then trailer drops from out from under the harvester, and the whole thing stops moving. But we seem to be handling this okay. We're doing all right. We'll have a full trailer in a moment, our first full trailer off here, and then yeah, I think I'm going to send this round to try and get it to do the headland again, so that we just get this first headland picked up before we actually get into the main body of the field. First load into the super factory, and I don't expect this to actually go into the stuff that we have available. It's definitely going towards the contract, which is great news. But I have a feeling a while ago, yeah, it was changed so that contract crops don't go towards your own production chain, unfortunately. This is all running much smoother now as we come up to the end of the 4th headland. So what I'm going to do is just get to the end of this row here. And while that turns, just stop this here. Bring this out. You can see the mess of lines that this is. And we're just going to run it around the headland, the top headland, just to try and clear all this up. Check where we're going. Yep, we're going in the right place. And this should clear up everything that's been missed on here to begin with. Bring it in. Yeah, there we are. I've also discovered that these seem to drop a load of crop when you pull under with the trailer now, if you've had a full trailer before. So I definitely don't think it's losing any crop. I had several comments saying the same. So yeah, looks like there is no loss of crop on a full trailer. I'm definitely getting crop falling into the trailer when I then next time come to unload. And our headlands are nearly cleaned up. We just got this one to go, so we got to keep the tractor in the right place. Try and line up with that rear wheel and then pull alongside again. Seems to keep my trailer in about the right place. Only thing annoying about this 7810 is that it's very difficult to see through the window screen wiper. It is, well, it's sitting in a place where it blocks what's coming off the harvester and makes it very difficult to see. With the headland done, we will stop this here. We'll bring up the whole thing again. And I then want to place it back on the 4th one. This is where it gets interesting, because we need to get this back onto that 4th headland. If I line this up about here-ish, and we switch on to this version, this will tell me what I'm on. That actually is perfect. And I can line myself back up underneath here, empty into the trailer, get our wheels up the sides, and yeah, we'll get into the main body of the field now. Before I do that, our Massey Ferguson has finished, so that can go back to the yard. Actually, let's start her up and get her back to the yard. Don't know what's happened to our de-stoner. That looks like it's finished, but hasn't told me so. Nope, the de-stoner is still going. It's still got one more row to go by the looks of it. So once that sorts itself out and got rid of those, that'd be great. It's only 83% full, so it looks like it's struggling, but it's doing okay. This is our second trailer full of red beet, and I'm wondering how many more of these we're gonna have to deliver. It is a total of Okay, so we delivered 28,000, so that's 2 trailers loads. We've got 75 to go. That's probably another 6 trailers, I think. So, yeah, there is still a fair amount to go on this. It's 4:05, coming up to 4:05. But now that I've got courseplay working and everything, I think we're going to be good. So with this having finished here, let's get this onto the other field. We should be fairly good for that. And yeah, we'll get all of the stones off this. In fact, actually, no, I need to fold this in and take it down and tip these stones out. Oh, this is the problem. We're running out of daylight and we've still got so much left to do. So we're at the rock crusher. Let's tip this up and empty it. I think I've got mounted on the rock crusher a little bit with my wheel. So we'll back that off. Another 173 pounds from that. So not a huge amount. Maybe we can get it doing the other field while we finish up this contract this evening. But bring this up to the corner of field 51 then and set ourselves up with a new courseplay course. Again, I'm going to go racetrack. I'm going to increase this to like 10 rows on it to give it an easier time turning. And generate. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We've got the same offset as before. We'll put that on and away it goes. So hopefully that will be able to clear this off of stones before we finish tonight as well. Racetrack seems to be working quite well with this setup for this harvester as well. It's going round and we are slowly loading things up. We are less than a quarter. No, we're just over a quarter of the way through this. Yeah, 30% it says. One more of these trailers and we'll be about a third of the way through. It is quite a maneuver though at the end of this. So let's bring this round. And yeah, that should get into position. Although that looks like it's waiting to unload a little bit more. Yeah, it does that. Sometimes it holds a little bit and you need to get it unloaded before the whole thing will turn. There's a lot of maneuvering at the end and a lot of the time is wasted on this maneuvering. We're coming up on our third full trailer, but there's still quite a way to go on this red beet. So we're gonna have to continue on and work on it off camera. I think complete this and get it finished because it is getting quite dark here. And yeah, it's getting really hard to see what's going on. So I think I will get this finished off camera. We will see where we are. We're also probably going to move forward to the new year and start working on getting our crops planted next time. And yeah, we've not managed to get this harvest done and get our new pieces of equipment. So can this harvest get or can this contract get us to our new equipment? Unfortunately not. So next time we will be looking at seeing how much soup we have to sell and how much we can sell, ready to finish off getting the remaining equipment for setting up on the farm next year. And for now, all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.